Hi and welcome to Rory's Property channel. Today you are joining me in the shower room, as you can see, or bathroom. So a few little changes happened in here. One being one of the worst nightmares of my life. We were just getting ready to finish off, and something in my head just went, just check the shower works, because we've not even looked to see if the shower works. And sure enough, one of the taps, the hot tap, would not turn. It was stiffened up. I got my plumber in to have a look at it. He said, Dan, you're in trouble, boy. You've got to cut out all this wall, because it wasn't the system you see behind me now. It went up the back of the wall and out the top. So what we had to do was take out that bit of wall. Now, I don't know if you can see, maybe in this video you can see, just here is 4 new tiles. They were the closest matching tiles I could find without having to redo the whole room. Slightly whiter than the rest, but I'll take it. It's, you know, it's going to do the job. It was the right sizes, and this makes it a lot easier. So if this goes wrong, obviously from now on, all I've got to take off is this front bit. My plumber actually walked me through how to install this. Once he'd done all the piping down the back of the wall, I just filled it all back in, and he walked me through. It's really straightforward how to take that or put that on, but obviously if it does go wrong in the future, take it off, whip another one on there, and away you go. So there's no mess and fuss. The other little attachment that we did was literally add on this little shower screen. So this, from previous videos you may remember, this was a big glass screen with metal chrome looking things holding it in place. This one actually now swings. Ta-da! So yeah, this was a nice little, I don't know, personally I like this little feature. It was a nice different sort of take on a shower screen. So it came in 2 parts, or 3 parts really. You got the bit at the back, which is where it all sits into the channel. It sets into at the back of the against the tiles. Just you drill 3 or 2 screws into that, attach it to the wall, and then obviously you put this bit in, and then once you've got that in, you attach this little gizmo on the end, which then allows you to put this on. I had to prop this up just because you have the rubber seals down the bottom, and obviously it wouldn't, when I stuck it in place, because it was supposed to come with 2 little screw sort of wedgy things. It's really, I can't explain any better than that, because that's all the diagram showed me. It didn't give me 2 wedgy screw things to put in these little edges to hold the glass in tight. So I just literally, no more nailed down the back of it, or inside it, but down the back of it, stuck the glass in, and then, you know, propped it up down the bottom. And then once that had dried, I know that was okay. It was still a little bit wobbly, so I masked it just down the edges, just to give it a little bit more of a seal, a little bit more of a strength, so that, you know, it doesn't literally pull off in your arm or hand or whatever. So yeah, that's where we went with that. It's, oh, and then yeah, then the fun was all still going on. So the taps, for some reason, I'll try and show you these taps. So these taps, not these ones, the previous ones, where you can see these bits hanging out, these were like turned into the wall. Did think it was a bit odd, but they worked. And then I spoke to my plumber whilst he was doing the shower there. Now you can see the different coloration in those tiles. So yeah, whilst I was talking to him about that, he went, "Be a good idea to change those taps, Dan." So I went, "How much trouble's that?" And he said, "Yeah, it's quite a lot of trouble, because you've got to take this panel off, and and with this particular panel, there was no real easy way of seeing how it was like screwed in or masticed in or however. So we took a gamble to sort of take this off to do it, because if, you know, sooner or later those taps, someone was going to moan about and something was going to go wrong with them. So we thought, forget it. Let's just do a nice little job now, save time later, and it makes a better impression now. So I think it cost us about 100 and, oh no, with the taps as well, probably just over £200. I mean, I don't know if I was getting mates rates, most probably, because the guy's a genius and a real legend. But yeah, he also, I got a new, when I started doing this, it's this stupid thing. It's like when you start seeing things, you start seeing things. So once I started doing this, then I noticed that this was being detached and wasn't pulling in the plug. So I said to him, look, can you just do that at the same time? If you've got this screen off, then it's not really going to be much of a muchness just to do that. And that's pretty easy to get hold or get to. So yeah, so he came in, whipped this off. It was pretty much just masticed in. And thankfully for that, because if it had broken or whatever, we would have been in a bit of bother and I'd have to spend more time messing about with it. So yeah, came in, and I'm sure the air was blue, because it's such, as you can see, it's such a tight little area that you've got to get your hand up the back there and try and cut those pipes out, or undo them, but I would have thought you'd probably cut them. But nevertheless, the job is done, the finish is nice. So what else can I add to that? I can't really. These little brackets, these little shower units are real easy. You just screw through. Now, my plumber did give me one little tip, and that was to use a diamond tip drill. And I thought, oh God, how much is that going to cost me? But surprisingly, that didn't cost me much at all, and it goes through tiles like butter. Absolute flipping marvellous stuff. Couldn't, you know, rate it and be more excited about it if I tried. As sad as I am on that one. So yeah, all in all, took a little bit of extra money, took a little bit of extra time, but the end result will be much better for the future if anything goes wrong, and for the moment, looks a lot better than it did. Cheers for now.